Welcome to Adult Literacy in English Language. Hi, class. Today is the final chapter of The Janitor's Boy by Andrew Clements. I am so excited to be finishing this book finally. And this is called 2 plus 2. Outside the steam tunnel door, Jack blinked in the bright bluish light. The corridor in the basement of the firehouse was empty. So he headed for the exit sign and the stairs to his right. 30 seconds later, Jack was standing in steadily falling snow at the corner of Maple and Williams, and then it hit him. Jack realized he must be late. He'd said he would be back at the shop at 5. Looking in the window of a convenience store, Jack saw the time. It was 5:45. Instinctively, he started running north on Williams toward Main Street. A quick fall on the snowy sidewalk, and Jack realized running was not a good idea. Unhurt, he dusted himself off and then walked as quickly as he could. Jack knew his dad would be worried. He might even have left. The school might be locked. Should he go into a store and try to call the school or call home? He hoped his dad wouldn't be too angry, or even worse, disappointed in him again. Jack tried to pick up his pace as he continued slipping along toward the high school. When he got to Main Street and turned east, he had to walk against the wind. It wasn't really cold, not by Minnesota standards, but the wind cut through his sweatshirt. By bending his head down, the brim of his Vikings cap kept the snow out of his face, and he only had to look up to check for cross traffic when he reached a curb. When Jack passed the library, he picked up his pace. The sidewalk in the heart of downtown had already been sanded, so there was less danger of falling. He only had about 4 blocks to go. Lifting his head to look out from under the brim of his cap, Jack saw something through the snow. At the next right, Randall Street, a car with its lights on was parked behind the stop sign, but it wasn't a car, it was a pickup, a green pickup. Jack Rankin flashed his headlights and Jack waved at him. Jack wanted to slow down. 30 more steps and he would be there. Think fast. Think. What could he say? No coat, no backpack, walking alone downtown in the snow. Jack thought, I can say I left my stuff at the library, got involved in a book and saw the time, ran outside. Jack felt the lies strangling him, and deep down he knew it wouldn't work. Knew he didn't want to try to make it work. Jack could see the truckers' wipers ticking back and forth. Jack stood at the crosswalk, waited for a salt truck to rumble past, and then crossed the street. John Rankin rolled his window down halfway. Jack smiled as best he could. Hi, did I? Hi, Dad. I. His dad cut him off, a sharp edge to his face. Come get in out of the snow, Jack. Jack said, but my coat and my backpack are. Just get in the truck, Jack. I've got 'em. Jack didn't understand. My coat and my backpack? Just get in. It was that angry and relieved voice, the kind parents only use when they finally located a missing child. Jack walked around the back of the truck and got in on the passenger side. As he shut the door, his dad reached over and flicked the fan switch to high. In the light from one of the old downtown lampposts, Jack saw his coat and backpack on the seat. He said, You found them. His dad said, Yep, no thanks to you. You had me and everybody else worried sick. John Rankin paused, getting control of himself. I've been waiting here for about 20 minutes. About 5:15, I called home just to be sure you didn't snag a ride with a friend. Lois said you weren't there. So I started putting 2 and 2 together very meekly, Jack said. 2 and 2? His dad nodded. I checked the supply closet and saw you'd put your stuff away. Then I smelled something funny over behind the door. That's quite a load of gum in that pail, Jack said. But how? His dad held up his hand and said, If you'll just hold your horses, I'll tell you. I found you because I look up from your bucket full of gum in the closet there, and I see the lock on the key safe isn't latched. That's when it clicked. John Rankin paused a few seconds, then said, "How do you like that view from the bell tower?" Jack gulped. Oh, his dad went on. "That was you up there, right? On Tuesday? I thought I heard something. A school gets real quiet once the kids leave." Another pause. "So, did you like the view?" Jack nodded. He could tell his dad wasn't really mad now, so he said, "I just wanted to see it. I never saw the whole town before." John Rankin allowed himself to smile a little. "What gets me is that from all those keys, you picked my two favorites. I've been up that tower. I don't know how many times I go up there to sit and think sometimes." Jack remembered the chair on the third landing. "And the other key?" asked Jack. "How did you find out I had that one?" His dad said, "Now, that was more like a lucky guess. I mean, I could have figured it out, but I would have had to get out the master key log and start counting until I found another stack that was one key short. But that would have taken me all night. It was because the tunnel key was right there near the bottom next to the tower key. I guess that if I were you, I'd go and take one of each. And of course, I knew you were working in the auditorium, so 2 plus 2 equals 4. I'm sorry I made you worry, Dad." John Rankin cleared his throat. "Well, I could see just what happened, you leaving the key in the door and all. I went down in the tunnel with the light and saw your footprints. I almost started yelling, and you probably could have heard me too, but I knew you wouldn't come to any harm. If I needed to find you, I knew I could. And sometimes you just have to step back and let things play out." His dad fell silent and flipped the heater switch back to low. As the fan got quieter, the rhythmic sound of the windshield wipers seemed louder. Jack felt funny, like he was different. He wanted to tell his dad everything, and he wanted to know more. Jack said, "I met Eddie, Dad. Eddie Walson. I saw the place in the tunnel, and Eddie let me out the door at the fire station." John Rankin leaned forward and released the parking brake. He pushed in the clutch, dropped the shift lever into first, and eased out onto Main Street. And all he said was, "We'd better head home now." Actually, there's one more chapter. Okay, so I thank you all for watching and listening. This book is really, really wonderful. If you haven't already, click like and subscribe for more videos like this. And I thank you for watching. Share this video with someone who you know is struggling to read. Give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one, Lord willing. And please subscribe. Bye.